All right, folks, welcome back to Dead Metal Media. I am your host, Dead Metal, back with a breaking update. Now, for those who may be new to my channel, aren't familiar with what we do here, we are massive MCU fans, absolutely adore Marvel, everything it stands for. All of the films deserve and have earned their place in cinematic history. And we love speculation, but more importantly, we love the truth and the facts, and that is what I believe I have found for you here today. Now, today's massive Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness spoiler, including all major story beats, comes to us from a user over on the MCU Spoilers subreddit by the name Strange Spoilers. Now, what Strange Spoilers did is he posted script excerpts and massive plot spoilers in the form of bullet points. Now, normally, I would kind of, I'd raise an eyebrow and turn a blind eye to this. Like, I think there's a lot of fake stuff out there, a lot of script leaks, supposed script leaks, I should say, that are not real, end up not having any bearing on the actual film. But this, I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. I think this one actually is true. So I'm just going to go over the bullet points and I'll let you know what the actual spoilers were. Because what happened is after Strange Spoils uploaded this to the MCU Spoilers subreddit, within 2 hours it was taken down. So that, to me, number one, is the first piece of evidence that this is true. Now, of course, there were some people who were able to copy it over to Pastebin and, save images of the post. So that's what I'm going to be referencing here today. But let's get into it. Let's talk about Strange Spoilers post on why Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness may have just had a major story leak. I'm going to go ahead and get into it. And hey, down below, after you like, comment, subscribe, and tell all your friends and family members about the video, make sure that you let me know whether you think that these Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness spoilers are actually true or not. All right, let's get into it. So the film opens with like this long shot. It's like scaled back from the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, which is basically required viewing because it ties so heavily into this film. And Doctor Strange casts a spell. Everybody forgets Peter Parker. Okay, so then we actually pick up the film with Doctor Strange in his mansion, and he's reading some ancient texts. Rather, I should say he's holding the book of ancient texts in his left hand, and his right hand, he is hitting from a massive joint. Doctor Strange has taken to blazing up in his free time to gain some of that internal insight, some of that ancient insight into the texts that he is allowing to flow into his brain so that he can better understand the sorcery and the powers that he has. And then Wong enters the room. Now, up until this point, we only assume that what Doctor Strange is reading is ancient texts because of the music. But as soon as Wong enters the room, Doctor Strange looks up, and suddenly he's panicked. He slams the book shut, and he quickly throws the joint onto the ground, furiously stamping his feet to put it out. Wong criticizes Doctor Strange for smoking in the sanctum again. Strange dismisses the comment with a hand wave, but Wong asks Doctor Strange what he was reading, and Doctor Strange tries to play it off. Oh, no, nothing, Wong, nothing. It's not important. Don't worry about it. But Wong insists, and eventually, Wong marches his fat ass over to the desk, retrieves the book, and opens it. Lo and behold, it is not ancient texts that Doctor Strange was reading. No, it is in fact a pornographic magazine featuring naked men. Now, Wong confronts Doctor Strange about this, and it turns out that Doctor Strange regularly jerks off to images of naked men. And, throughout the film, it's explained that he is a homosexual. Doctor Strange has been keeping this in all along. Doctor Strange has had this terrible secret. He's turned on. He's erect at the sight of men. And what are most of the Avengers made of? Men. And the women that are in the MCU don't do anything. They rely on the men to do it for them. So Doctor Strange is struggling with his sexuality. And in fact, then the title reveal happens. This film is not actually called Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It is called Doctor Strange and the Penis in Uranus. And the entire trailer, everything that we've seen up to this point has been half-baked lies, right? The scenes were taken horribly out of context. Everything is so different from the way that it was actually portrayed in the trailer. It's basically a brand new film. The multiverse is all the different Doctor Strange versions coming together and having a massive orgy. That's right. There is a scene, and this is the part where I almost backed out of the spoilers. This almost had me convinced this was a joke. But there's a scene with 15 different Stephen Stranges all engaging in a gay orgy in a bathhouse. All right. And again, at this point, I was like, come on, man, what are you talking about? But then they all collectively nut. And they don't just collectively nut and spray the semen all over the floor. No, they have a fucking gang bang train going. That's right. Human centipede style. They're all butt fucking. And they all collectively nut at the same time. And this breaks the multiverse. This shatters the multiverse. And the multiverse is a dead concept from this film on in the MCU because of just how gay Stephen Strange truly is. And it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense when you consider it in the scope of the film. And I have to say, I truly admire this bold artistic integrity and this severely mature new direction that Marvel is taking. Of course, Sam Raimi was the right man for the job. Nobody else could direct this half superhero film, half gay porn video quite like him. I mean, the man had plenty of experience directing the Spider-Man trilogy. I truly believe that trilogy is why 60% of my generation grew up to be at least bisexual, if not homosexual. But I digress. The point remains, this is the most, without a shadow of a doubt, the most forward-thinking MCU movie. It does so much for the entire franchise. It does in a single film what I think that Infinity War and Endgame struggled to do as a collective, as a back-to-back two-parter. And yes, of course, for all of my MCU fans, there is a post-credits scene without a doubt. And thankfully, Strange Spoils did detail in minute detail what happens in this post-credit scene. So what happens in the post-credit scene, we have 15 Doctor Stranges in the gay bathhouse, right? And they've all nutted, so they're all just laying on the ground, exhausted, shit on their dicks, semen leaking out of their asses. And then, right, here's the big tease, the big cock tease, if you will. Thanos, resurrected from another multiverse, steps into view, and he is not wearing anything. This man is fully nude. This Titan, I should say, is fully nude. Okay, so he's completely naked. His gigantic 19-inch member standing at full attention. His hands are on his hips, and he says, "My cock is inevitable." Bam! Cut to black. Oh my God. So fucking perfect. And this perfectly sets up the third Doctor Strange movie. Cannot wait to see 15 versions of Doctor Strange get their ass pile drived by Thanos' throbbing member. I mean, my God, what more can you ask, all right? So again, guys, let me know if you think that this was real or not. Let me know if you think that this is true. Again, at the start, I was iffy. I actually was leaning towards no, but given how quickly it was taken down, given how diverse and pandering the script actually is to its core audience, and who, bold new direction from Sam Raimi, who has made plenty of films that sound just like this in the past, I have to go with this being legit. I really do. And I think that the fans lining up for day one release, or even on release night, are going to be in for an absolutely fantastic treat. Everybody who worked on this film deserves a massive shout out. I think you guys are amazing. You've done incredible work, and I cannot wait to see the film. It is BYOD, by the way. Bring your own dildo. The theaters will not be supplying official MCU dildos for the showings, but you are more than welcome to bring your own and pleasure yourself along to the gay bathhouse scene. Again, guys, I want to thank you for joining me, Dead Metal, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.